You know what I hate? Right? I can't believe I read it sometimes. Is when people post stuff like petitioning and stuff like that about avoiding Warner Brother movies. Right? I mean, that is ridiculous. Okay? Boycott Warner Brother movies. They're producing and making superhero movies and all the others, right? But they're making and they're trying to make movies for you. I mean, if you look at Man of Steel and BVS, okay, yeah, certainly Man of Steel was good. BVS, then came the Ultimate one, they didn't fix that. They're always constantly trying to make films that are for the majority of people on this planet, not the minority, okay, of people on this planet. And they took chances, they took risks to make films that were totally different. They took a chance on Zack with Man of Steel, with BVS, right? Now, maybe they made a wrong mistake by made a mistake by cutting the BVS, okay, and then getting a wrong idea about it, because then the Ultimate one cut, and it changed people's opinions, but it didn't change everyone's opinion, and they didn't want to make that same mistake again. Now, I'm not saying they buggered up, they did, okay, big time with Justice League, right, and a little bit Suicide Squad by having the director and giving him only so many weeks. But when you look at Suicide Squad, some of the problems with Suicide Squad was the director, because he made some choices, some mistakes about who the main villain was and stuff like that, and he regrets not making Joker most of the the main type, the main villain in that story. Now, I'm all for Enchantress. I loved her as the main villain. I thought, yeah, because you want a supergroup that could go up against people like Superman, and the Joker isn't on that same line as supernatural powers and everything else the way Enchantress is. So the only thing that was probably made a mistake was again maybe in the editing room, and that was their mistake. Okay, but if you look at the story of Suicide Squad, the overall arc of it, it was still the director. Okay, it was still some of the director's main drive of the story. Okay, he chose to go down that path and to cut that out, and to have the Joker helicopter bit missed. Listen, we don't know the full story, okay? All I'm saying for Suicide Squad, part of the problem wasn't all Warner Brothers, right? That's all I'm trying to say for that, okay? But I still love Suicide Squad. I enjoyed it, okay? I had a fun time watching it, right? It was a good film. Certainly, all films could be better. It can all be better. But just look at what it has done. It's created a huge Harley Quinn follow. It's my wallet, okay? My wallet. Suicide Squad, okay? Suicide Squad. Bum. There we go. So, and a lot of pieces, and now they're making Suicide Squad 2, so it's still really good. Now, we've seen the Shazam trailer, we've seen the Aquaman trailer. Everybody's hyped. Everybody is excited for these movies. Of course, people are still sore about the non-compliance about the Zack Snyder films. But should we boycott every Warner Brother movie just to somehow make some statement? Well, you would be making the wrong statement. Okay, what you'll be doing by boycotting these movies is showing Warner Brothers that there's not much interest in the superhero franchise. Okay, you will be helping Marvel tards. Okay, you'll be helping those people or the haters, like the two video links I'm going to put down here. Thanks to Film Gob, right? I'm going to put the two films here. Watch that. By boycotting Warner Brother movies, this is who you're supporting. We can all petition to be, for the Snyder Cut, but do not deprive yourself of watching other movies by great directors. Support the superhero franchise, right? Especially if you're like me, a DC fan, support the DC movies, right? We can win this Snyder Cut version in other ways that doesn't affect, doesn't affect us by stopping ourselves by not going to see a movie. Because believe me, by doing that, you'll still be in the minority of people that are somehow not going. Okay, we're winning the fight. People are winning the cause for the Snyder. Right? There's things happening around the world, petitions and events, all in aid of a Snyder Cut. Nothing like this has ever been done before for any other director or movie. That is a statement right there. Putting a banner outside Warner Brothers Studios that's asking Warner Brothers to release the movie, right? Release the cut, and with Zack Snyder doing that, that's all, right? That is a great fight. Depriving yourself and somehow stop, of future superhero movies by Warner Brothers, that is just nonsense. And that doesn't help the fans. That does not help the DC fans that are enjoying it. You will lose them, and you will cause controversy between these people. You'll make a further rift. So look at what James Wan has done, right? We've just seen the trailer. We're excited. Are you now going to say, no, I'm not going to see James Wan because I didn't get the Zack Snyder cut and I am petitioning, I am not going to see a Warner Brother movie ever again. No, I'm not going to do it until I get a sign. Childish. Okay? Childish. And if this is what Warner Brothers is looking at, right? I mean, some small minority of fans, DC fans, have become racist with the Teen Titans Starfire. I'd done a video weeks ago about homophobia, about gays, right? And surprisingly enough, I've not been proven wrong. DC fans are really getting a bad name. Seriously. We want to be a beacon of hope and fans that are supportive to everything. Not only the good thing that the Zack Snyder fans have done is they've started that sort of charity. That's good for people that are bullies or need to talk. That is good. That's what DC fans should be doing. But boycotting and going on avoiding films, no. Would you be then surprised if Warner Brothers pulls the plug on the DC and the movies because they realise now that all these fans are not going to see the movie because of the Snyder Cut? But they might not even see it that way. They might not even realise you're doing it because of the Snyder Cut. They'll say, well, the majority of the world has lost interest in Warner Brothers movies. It is ridiculous. The best thing to do, okay, and here's my biased opinion, I hate the Marvel movies. I do. I believe they killed Spider-Man off. Okay? I don't mean killed him off. But But I believe that they destroyed the character I know in Spider-Man. I loved the second Spider-Man. I thought the first movie that he done, Garfield did, right? But this Spider-Man in this Marvel universe, that's not him. And I honestly don't get the appeal, apart from that it's all just kiddies. Kid films. And you can, and what this person's saying, or is it one of these links, is saying about Batman v Superman. How, why would anybody go to see Batman v Superman when it's a dark film? When it's a dark film, it's meant to be for kids. Has these people read comics in the last 10 years? Did they read the Dark Knight trilogy? The Dark Knight book? The Return of the Dark Knight? Did they read that? Did they read any comics whatsoever to not realise that some stories with Superman in them, a lot of them, are pretty dark? So by boycotting anything like Warner Brothers movies, you're helping these guys. These bum sniffers. Okay, especially the three guys that are somehow drooling over this big chubby guy in the middle. Right, who probably spends most of his time in his mum's basement, right, and thinking he's somebody with an opinion that matters. My opinion doesn't matter, no. But if you really want to avoid anything, if you're a DC fan and you want to avoid something, then avoid the Marvel movies. The last Marvel movie I saw was I have to think way back now. Civil War. And that's because it became free on Netflix. But that is how I am fighting back, okay? By not paying to see a Marvel movie. Because they don't interest me. I'm a DC fan, DC supporter. I'm supporting my movies. Yeah, they may bring out some bad ones, but it's still my heroes. I'm still supporting the universe that I want to go and see, and not supporting the universe that I don't want to see. Okay? The universe is not just one director. Although yes, it was help getting started by him. But look at James Wan's film Aquaman. Look at Shazam. Look at the promise of the Harley Quinn and Siren movies. And by you boycotting Warner Brothers, you're putting an end to them. That's what I've got to say. It just annoys me every time I see that. So please, don't be like these guys. Thank you.